Hi, this is Dan in District 5. I just putting together this video for training on how to work with your district's AA meetings on the Area 92 website. When you go to area92aa.org, you'll see this homepage right here. It could change over time a little bit, but there'll be a login button or login right up here mentioned right above the AA circle and triangle. When you click on that, you'll get a login, which will be like D in your district. Like this one's D5. I've just saved my password underneath my email address that I use. So when you log in, you'll get this dashboard. There's the only thing that you can work with in here is the meetings, and when you click on meetings here on the left over here, you'll get to this screen right here, and what I have here is just the meetings that are marked as District 5, and I can go through these. I can add a new meeting if there's something missing, or I can edit. So like on here called Main Streeters, if that meeting was gone, I could just trash that. It would take it off the list. But if I want to edit something like a location change, I click Edit. Now, this goes in a lot more detail on the meetings. The day of the week is here. Your time it starts. If you don't put an end time, that's what this is over here. It defaults to 1 hour. The types of meeting are listed here, and you may not notice right away, but there's a view all. Right now you see that this is clicked as an open meeting. I can go click that open, and here are all the defined types of meetings. You know, so if it was a men's meeting, you could click that. A lot of different options here. Probably the one that I see a lot of different comments on meetings a lot of time is whether they're wheelchair accessible, and there's also a wheelchair accessible bathroom, which is sometimes not in places where they can get in and out of the doors. So like this one here, the notes portion of this is about the meeting portion. You know, so if there's something specific about this meeting, like this one has a speaker, excuse me, the third Saturday of each month, you can just write that, and that'll show up in display, and so you can go through here. But this probably could be clicked as a speaker meeting, but it's kind of your choice, since this is only one Saturday out of each month. May not click speaker, but somebody might get confused that would be a speaker meeting every week. Then the next part is location. This is in that church. It's got an address. And the other thing that's nice about this interface, you know, it shows the map. If some of the rural areas, if you click in the address, sometimes you'll notice the mapping is not correct. There's some ways to change that location graphically, those kinds of things. But it will change the address as you move it, but it might be into a better way for people to find that meeting. This region is depending on your district, you might have different cities in there. That's what we're doing in District 5. This meeting's actually in Wenatchee. So we use that as a region that can show up in different kinds of searches. So if you wanted just meetings in Wenatchee, it'll give users the ability to do that. It also, in this location, it tells you right here are the other meetings that are there. This is the one we're looking at right now, is Saturday 7 p.m. Main Streeters. But they also have a Tuesday Main Streeters in this church. some of the common locations where there are a lot of meeting, like if you have an Alano club, there could be 7 or 8 meetings here listed. And what's really nice about that, if there's a change in like the Alano club moved, and the meetings went with it, you can actually apply that change to all the meetings just by changing the information on the location. And and I wouldn't take this video as I got to remember everything. It's don't hit your computer with a hammer and it won't break anything. If you make an edit change that's incorrect, you can come back and fix that. The other part is I made Mainstreamers a group, and which allows me to mark it as District 5 too, so it does show up when I'm working on my meetings in my district. And we have a website. I put some other information in here. This is our hotline. Usually I just put that in here. This is not visible to the public when they come in and look at this meeting. Now, any changes that you make, up here, this button right here is update. If you were doing a new meeting, it would be publish, it would say. And there's some status things here, like its status is this is already published. It's visible to the public. The portions of the meeting portions that are just specific for people to find meetings and so on. So if I made those changes, I would press this update button, and it takes a little time for it to refresh. And then it pops a new screen. You'll notice that they're up here, it says posted update, and so that portion, if I'd made some changes, is different. I can go back to the meetings again, and here's a list of all the meetings in District 5. So I got 38 different meetings in District 5. And also, so we get I've had comments from DCMs. Just because you're the DCM doesn't mean that you're that computer savvy or working on this meeting stuff. Sometimes it goes to the alt DCM. But I would do is have somebody that can log into the website, understand how to do that, hand them your printed schedule and say, make sure that, first the printed meeting schedule is as up to date as it can be, and hand it to them and ask them to go through these meetings and make sure that the information is the same. And once you get in here and work a little bit, it's pretty straightforward and simple. So I hope this helps. I'll be available to help with things if they come up. I know some of this has gone to the webmaster, but this is going to be an ongoing thing, and you're going to hand it off to different people at different times. So if you store this video in a way that some people can get to it when they need to, it might help too. Well, thanks for listening to this, and I'll see you at an area event soon. So.